Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the video number 27 for Excel 2016. And well, in this video, I'm gonna get a little bit ahead of what we have been looking at until now, because I want just to try to respond to a question I received through email. And the question is basically, how can I split some data into different cells? It's, for example, I have a value of 840, so how can I make Excel to split that automatically into a cell of 800 and another cell with 40? So we are basically gonna take a look at two different ways of splitting data. For example, when we have a text, we're gonna come here to the data tab, then to the data tools group, and then we're gonna use this command text to columns. And then we're going to look at how to separate numbers using a function, a built function in Excel. That is it's the mid function. So I had here the example. Let me translate this. I think something like that. So how do we split text? Just select the cell where you have the text, and again, just come here to the data tools, and the first one is text to column. Just click there, and well, we can have two different options. I can have a fixed width, but in this case I have delimited, so I'm gonna take the advantage of the spaces between each word. So that's gonna be my delimiter. Click next, and well, just click here, use the space as a delimiter, and you can use this function also, or this option, treat consecutive delimiters as one, just in case you have 2 or 3 spaces between each word. Click next. Here you can change the type of data in each column. Everything is text, but you can just leave it as general. It's pretty much the same. Click finish, and well, as you can see now, I have the sentence split into, the 4 words, each word into each column. So pretty simple how to separate the text into columns. Now for numbers, well, I have a few examples here because it depends how far you want to go. Now something that can complicate things a little bit is that if you know that the number that you are going to put in that cell is always going to have the same amount of digits, that's going to make it easy for you. But if you are not sure, well, for example, in my case, I don't know, I have no idea exactly how many digits are going to be in there. Well, I guess just try to think about your worst or best case or scenario, depending what are you talking about. So let's say that here you are expecting a number that is never going to be greater than 9 millions, well, just 1 cent below 10 million. So use the data validation command in Excel. How do we do that? Just select the cell that you want to place that command in, and again, come here into data, the same group, data tools. Here we have the data validation. Click in there, and well, just make sure that you select here whatever you need. In this case, for example, I want to have a decimal value that is between, we have many options here, that is between 0. I always want to have positive numbers. So it's between 0 and, well, believe it or not, this is just 1 cent below 10 million. Here you can put some kind of an input message or an error alert. You can change the type of the style of the error, just a warning or information. It doesn't really matter. You can choose whatever you like. Well, I think we're gonna take a look at this, but further into the video series. So I already have it placed, the validation. So if I try to put -1, I'm gonna get this kind of error. Or if I go crazy and put a lot of 9s right there, I get the same thing. So I gotta put again a value that is between 0 and just 1 cent below 10 million. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna use that mid function we talked about. how that mid function works. We haven't seen anything about functions yet. We're gonna get into that later. So just if you don't have many experience with functions, I highly recommend that you use this insert function. Just click in there and look for your function here. For example, now you can just hit the all, just in the category place all, so you can see many well, all the functions that are available in Excel. If you know that, well, I'm looking something that has to do with text, well, just go with text, and for example, I'm gonna use again the mid function, click OK, and then it's gonna help you, this dialog box, it's gonna help you a lot, I think. So it tells you text. Text is a string from which you want to extract the characters. So okay, it's gonna be this text right here in this cell. Okay, it's B4. Start number is the position of the first character you want to extract, and the first character is of the text is 1. So let's say I want to start on number 2, so I'm gonna choose 2. How many characters do you want returned? Specify how many characters you want returned from text. So let's say I want 3 characters. So here I can see the formula result here and here. So it's telling me, okay, from 1 to 0.34, I'm going to return 2.3. And that's precisely what we are looking for. So well, that's again, the function that we're using here, the mid function. Once you get a little bit more familiar with the function, just type equals mid, and you can see there, okay, it returns the character from the middle of the text string, given a starting position and length. Just put the parentheses that you watch the text is this one. The start number is 2, another comma, I want 3 characters, and we get the same result that we saw previously. So here I'm just telling, okay, you are gonna take the text that is on B4. Here is the text on B4, and give me or start on the character number 1 and return just 1 character. So sure enough, it's giving me number 1. Then I'm just gonna move the formula to start position number 2, number 3, number 4, and so on. And I have prepared this row, this row for go through 10 columns to accept all my numbers. Remember, I can accept any numbers between 0 and 1 cent below 10 million. And take in consideration that the dot, the separator, the decimal point is considered, it's going to be at 1 position. So if your number has 9 places, then you have 1 more for the point, for the decimal point. Here is my decimal point in this case. So if I put the whole number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.89, there it is. It's all complete in here. Now, well, we just saw the case where we are starting from left and making the number grow to the right. But maybe in some cases you would like to go on the other way around, start from the right and make it grow to the left. So here I'm gonna take advantage of another function in Excel, that is the len. So what is len? Let's take a look at it. Len, it tells you returns the number of characters in a text of string. So that's basically what I am doing here. Just give me the length of whatever is in B7. This is B7, so I have a 2.34, so the length is 5. So what I'm doing here is just telling, okay, use the same function, the same is the mid function, start, take the value on B7, which is 12.34, but now the position or the start position is going to be whatever is on A7. So it's 5, so start on position 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and just return 1 character, which is 4. And just to go to the left, what we're going to do is take the value that is on B7, on A7, which is 5, and just take 1 left. Remove 1, so it's going to be 4. Remove 2, remove 3, remove 4, so it's going to be 1. Now here, 5 minus 5 is going to be 0. So if I'm telling, okay, start on the string at position 0, well, Excel is going to give us a value. I mean, Excel cannot start on position 0. It got to start position 1. So here I have position -1, -2. So I start getting these errors. If you don't want to have these cells displaying this value, you can add yet another function. So the function that we have right here, we are just going to nest it in, inside of another function, which is the if error. Now the if error tells us, okay, it's going to return value if error if the expression evaluates to an error. But if it's not an error, then it's going to evaluate the expression itself. So basically what it's going to do is try to evaluate this, and if it's an error, then it's going to return whatever value you specify. In this case, I am specifying here with after this comma, the value if error, just return a 0. I want to be a 0 because I have a number. So in front of this one, in front of this one, I can have as many zeros as I want, and it's not going to affect my quantity. So as I have here an accounting formatting, instead of the 0, just displays these dashes right here. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.89. So there it is. When there is no error, it just gives me the evaluation of this formula. And if it finds an error, whoops, not in there, right here, just returns the 0. Okay. And well, the last thing that I'm going to do, I hope you are seeing that the length here is changing actually. It's just multiply the value of this formula, this exact same formula, just multiply it by the value that is represented in this cell. So this is 1,000,000, 100,000, and so on. It's very important that you multiply even this one that is by 1. As you can see here, it's the exact same formula, but even that I have the accounting formatting is not given the formatting. But when you multiply it by 1, you can see that it actually applies the formatting. And well, obviously here you're going to divide by 10 and here by 100, so you can get your proper sense. So there it is, 1,000,000, 200,000, so on. Okay, this changed to 10. I can put another number just like that, change to 7, and I get proper formatting. Okay, so well, that's basically what we can do to separate text or separate numbers. If somebody else knows, this is what I came up with, but if somebody else knows a better way to do it, a more efficient or effective way, please share it with the rest of the world in the comments of this video. And well, I hope you find this video useful. Please give it a like and share it with your friends. Please subscribe to the channel. And well, thanks all of you for watching, for your time, and I hope to see you on the next video.